Hey everyone, this is Matt Perez with Converge, and today we want to take a look at something called sensors inside of SOLIDWORKS. I'm using SOLIDWORKS 2018 and we provided the file distance sensor. If you're using an older version of SOLIDWORKS, then go ahead and just create something similar to this where we can manipulate some of the dimensions either inside of the feature or the sketch, and we can monitor some value. Alright, this will make sense in just a second, I promise. The first thing that we want to do is inside of our feature tree is right click at the top, go to our hidden tree items, and down to hide show tree items. We want to make sure that our sensors are shown. Once we have the sensor folder, we can now right click on it and select add sensor. Sensors are great for all sorts of different things, from simulation data to measuring mass properties to dimensions, and in this case we're going to be using them for measurements. You see here that it automatically prompts us to measure a distance value, and what we want to do is we want to measure from this inside face to this inside face. You'll notice it shows us the area, the perimeter, as well as the distance between them. Now if I close this, it'll say that we haven't saved the measurement. We simply want to say yes to save it, and then over here in our sensors property we can select which value we want to use. We're going to be using the normal distance between those, but in this case the distance will be the same. However, this might change based on your selection. Then we're going to say OK, expand the sensors folder, and we'll go ahead and pull this out a little bit. And notice that it shows us the normal distance is 1.75 inches. I'm going to double click on the feature and I want to modify these parameters. I'm going to change this value from 10 inches to 12 inches and then rebuild the file. You'll notice it now shows the normal distance is 2.75. It increased by 1 inch by changing the overall length by 2 inches. So this is a great way to keep accurate tabs on certain features that might change that are based on the overall dimensions of your design. One other thing that we can do is edit the sensor and add an alert. We can add an alert, and let's say that if this value is greater than 3 inches, we want to be prompted. So let's go ahead and modify the parameters again, and we'll make this 12-inch value, we'll make it 14 this time. And now you can see that our measurement has shown a warning in the file. This tells us that the normal distance is now 3.75, which is greater than our 3-inch value. If we rebuild our file, we will get this what's wrong pop-up as long as you have show warnings turned on. So it shows up like anything inside of the feature tree. If there's an issue with your sketch or possibly a feature, it prompts it and tells you that the feature that's giving our warning in this case is a sensor. So sensor data can be pretty powerful for all sorts of things. As I mentioned, you can use it for simulation data. If we're making a design study and we want to use the sensor data in order to accurately track things like the volume of a bottle, or if you want it to accurately track distance between features, maybe for some other reason, or even structural simulation data. So we can do all that kind of thing from the sensor data. However, you will need to show the sensor folder so you can right click and add those sensors quickly and easily, and that's really the best way that I found to do that. If you guys have any questions on this, please let us know, of course, and hopefully this helps you out in your designs.